Today I'm in Akihabara, the home of anime, which also means it's the home of cosplay. Now, I'm no big cosplayer myself. I have done a couple, but I'm not an expert. But I'm going to do my best to show you what there is here, because I know some of you will be interested to see it. Now, cosplay, that's dressing as anime characters, obviously came from Japan. A lot of cosplayers make their own costumes, and that's a huge part of it for some people. But there are also places where you can buy outfits. So today I'm going to show you some places where you can buy costumes and supplies in Tokyo. And there's new Japan videos on my channel every Thursday if you want to subscribe. But first, and more importantly, on the way to Akihabara we stopped off for donuts and found the cutest donut you've ever seen. Bill's found a cute donut in Tokyo Station. Oh, look how adorable that is. Oh, too cute to eat. And look at them all in the bag as well. I think that might make the cat melt.
We can't microwave the donut.
Looks like it. 15 minutes.
Seconds.
That means minutes.
That's in the freezer. That's the microwave.
Why would you freeze it? People generally don't come to Akihabara in cosplay. You don't really see cosplayers around Tokyo anywhere. Only if there's a convention, people will dress up for the con. But you can get cosplay supplies here. There's spotted a couple of outfits outside this shop. Was that 19,800? And 10,000 yen. Some of these are just t-shirts. There's a floor of cosplay stuff upstairs in this shop. It's called Akiba Culture Zone, and on the ground floor you can see Rashin Bang and Akiba Culture Theatre. The cosplay stuff is upstairs. Sorry, it's difficult to film in shops, so I'm sorry I can't show you everything. They had a good selection of costumes, accessories and props. I've never seen so many wigs in all the anime hair colours, and I wish I'd filmed it, but there was a row of wigs for all the girls from Love Live from both seasons. There's also things like eyelashes and multi-purpose jumpers for school uniforms. As you come out of Akihabara station, you can see a big shop with a green sign that looks like it has some costumes at the top. It's actually an adult store. The whole thing is over 18, so it's not really cosplay. The top floor is costumes, and there's some that you could say are cosplay, like some maid outfits and schoolgirl outfits and bunny girl things, and they've got some wigs and like the schoolgirl bows and things. It's not really a cosplay shop, but it's there, right by the station. A lot of these shops aren't on street level, so you probably wouldn't stumble across them if you're just looking around. You have to go upstairs or know where you're going. Now, that's not the case if you're looking for figures, manga or games. They're absolutely everywhere and not difficult to find at all, but the cosplay stuff is just a little bit more hidden away. If you search for Cosplay Akihabara on Google Maps, they'll all come up. Acos Akihabara is the one I showed you. There's also Polka Polka, that's also hidden away upstairs. And this one is Cospatio G, which is above one of my favourite shops, which is full of gachapon machines and nothing else. And there's also Don Quijote, which is where you'll find all sorts of things, including all the typical crazy Japanese gadgets and things you hear about online. It's also a good place to get sweets and presents for people back home. And they have a section of costumes. Some of them are cosplay and some of them are more general fancy dress. There's a large branch in Akihabara, and they also have stores all around Japan. Moving away from Akihabara now, there's a couple of cosplay shops in Nakano Broadway, which is a place I'd recommend going if you like anime and manga in general. It's a shopping mall full of figures, collectibles, merch and anime goods. It's cheaper than Akihabara, and there's a couple of cosplay shops. Wow, a card captor Sakura wand, 35,000 yen. Nakano is on the other side of Tokyo. It's only about 5 minutes from Shinjuku on the train. Also, remember to have a look at Mandarake. I always want to call it Mandrake. They have a small selection of costumes and they have branches all around Japan. If you're in Harajuku, Bodyline is a shop on the main street, Takeshita Street. They sell very reasonably priced off-brand Lolita dresses, but they also have costumes and cosplay. And I've noticed in this shop, as time's gone on, they've had less of the Lolita and more emphasis on the cosplay, which I think might be because of the increase in tourists. You're not allowed to film in there, but you can see the sort of thing they have on their website. Finally, this isn't in Tokyo, but in Osaka, there's an area called DenDen Town, which is the equivalent of Akihabara. It's where all the anime shops are. I found a really good cosplay shop there. It was quite big and they had lots of craft supplies for making things, as well as the ready-made costumes. And here's some wigs. So 49,000 yen, 40,000 yen, 18,000, 12,000, 56,000. It's quite a price range. Oh, here's some Persona cosplayers. P4.
There's P5s.
Yep. If you want to see more of DenDen Town, there's a video on my channel. Although cosplay's from Japan, these shops aren't everywhere and they are a bit hidden away. You can't count on stumbling across them, even in Akihabara, which is anime central. So if you want to go cosplay shopping, I'd recommend making a list of places to go. Addresses are kind of confusing in Japan. Not all the streets have road names, so don't bother with them. Just pin them on a map on your phone. As I said, I'm no expert in cosplay. I'm sure there's loads of other places. So if there's any that you'd recommend, put them in the comments so other people can find them. You can see more of Akihabara in my other videos. There's a playlist on my channel, and I'll be back next week. I'll see you on Thursday.